Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. So we're back. I established this in the last episode, but it still feels good, so I'm saying it again. We're back. Playing more of The Long Dark at last. So I am pretty hungry. We're looking through Coastal Highway at the moment, trying to find really any source of food. We were talking in the comments for the last episode about how brutal. Oh, Bunny, will you not? Could you not? Jesus. All right. We're talking about how brutal Interloper has been to me in particular. I've talked plenty in the series about how brutal Interloper actually is. I've gone on and on about it. You're probably tired of hearing me say it, but there were just some comments about how I've never found anything at all in a metal container, for instance. Very seldom found anything in lockers in Interloper difficulty. And it's absolutely true. It's a crazy difficulty mode. I'm actually going to stay somewhat close to the shore here so I can keep an eye out for anything I might want to beachcomb for. Well, technically, I guess I'm beachcombing right now if I'm looking at what might be on the shore. But I just can't get too close to that mess, because I'll get wet. And once I get wet, hypothermia and frostbite, etc., etc., and so on and so forth. Instant death. Well, not so instant, but more like long, miserable, painful, uncomfortable, generally want to avoid it. Death. Okay, so which... I don't think I've been to that hut in the distance. I definitely haven't been to this one. We are still looking for the heavy hammer. If you somehow missed a chunk of episodes in between the beginning of the series and this one, you might want to go back and watch 1 through 20. All right, we're at risk for frostbite again. That is due to the fact that I have very little head covering at the moment, which is unfortunate. I'm hoping to fix that now that I'm here. I do indeed hope I find another wool toque, as somebody said. That would be a very handy find. And maybe, hopefully, the next rabbit that runs at me, I won't think it's a wolf. As I was saying last episode, the last episode got off to just a bit of an awkward start, unfortunately. It was just frustrating what happened there. But one thing we said in the last episode was, regardless of that, if there is a point at which I am likely to die in this next leg of the series, hopefully I get to 40 episodes. That would be nice. But let's say I die sooner than that. It will be soon, because I'm still reacclimating myself with my long dark legs. I'm a little nervous right now because I'm walking up a blind hill. Jennifer, shut up. Shut up! I need to listen. I don't hear any footsteps. Actually, I think I do. So we're going to go way out here. Yeah, I think there's a wolf up here.
Ugh, this cold is making my head feel thick.
I just need to get inside. But so much of this is a blind hill. Oh, that's lovely glitching up there. That's nice. That's lovely, game. Actually, I haven't seen anything that bad before in The Long Dark. Alright. I'm going to run for it. No, nothing charged me. I just could have sworn I could hear footsteps somewhat close. And that blind hill, I did not want to just casually walk up to the house. They're like, doop, 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 don't mind me. Oh, wait, there's a wolf here, and dead. That would not have been pleasant, so I'm going to generally try to avoid that. That's the sound of a casual mistake in The Long Dark, by the way, in case you were wondering. Doop, doop, doop. And then you're dead. Oh, man. And as per usual, there does not appear to be anything in this freaking house. Not even a clothing item anywhere. Well, not that I've really been up to where there are going to be clothing items just yet, but... Nothing in the microwave. I need something to eat. I don't have anything. I'm also carrying... It was pointed out to me that I have a couple of antiseptics. Believe me, once I am near the middle of the zone, I will be putting one of those down. See, long searches like that always get me excited. Oh, here's the load thing again. Not actually due to processing power. We've discussed that in the past. You know, when I've pointed out that this little pause happens. It's actually nothing to do with processing power because, you know, I just updated to a Kaby Lake processor and even faster memory. So if it's still happening to the exact same degree that it happened before on a gigahertz slower processor, which is what I was running before I upgraded, good God, to my new processor, then it's probably not the processor's fault. So I don't know what causes that pause, but it's... Oh, good, I see some food.
I need to find food.
You just did. Chill out. Cup of herbal tea. Let's drink that, because it also gives us a little bit of caloric value. Now, please let there be, like, a toque in here. I'm actually pretty optimistic that I'll find a toque somewhere in Coastal Highway. I am, but I'd prefer to find one sooner than later. That's all I'm saying. Pretty please? I mean, I'll be nice. Just give me a freaking toque. Nope. Okay. At least maybe we'll find antibiotics in this medicine shelf. Oh, more antiseptic. That's just what I needed. More painkillers. Also just what I needed. Thanks, game. Everything I didn't need. This might actually encumber me. Oh, it didn't. That's good news. It means we're carrying plenty. Let's go ahead and eat these. All the people who like to starve themselves when they play the Lawn Dark are screaming right now. And I enjoy it. Not making fun of anyone. Everyone has their gameplay preferences. Oh good, there's a candy bar. Excellent. Everyone has their gameplay style. But if there's one comment that I have received more than any other while playing, especially this most recent run of the Lawn Dark, where I've had probably more eyes on it at once than ever before, which is great. Thanks for watching. Glad you guys are here. If there's one comment that I get more than any other, it's, you should starve yourself and only eat before bed. No. Not gonna happen. I understand the mechanic, but that's not the way I like to play games. I like to play the game, not the system, so to speak. I like to play the game as it was meant to be played, not in the ways that the developers didn't mean, but that happened to make it easier. If that makes sense. Okay, so it's pretty cold. I still think there's a wolf up here. I need to shut up for a second so I can listen. I actually don't hear anything. I'm gonna head down this way. But yeah, I just generally, I don't play that way. So I understand that there are things that I can do with fires and with eating that increase my chances of survival. But number one, I don't find most of those proposed methods very fun. And I'm really not trying to be argumentative. I'm being sincere. I don't find them very fun. Don't find them very engaging to even think about, let alone do. But also, I don't think it would be as entertaining for a lot of people. I think what makes this series fun for me and fun for others is the immersion in the story and the situation of what's happening. When you do things that very, 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 very plainly remind you that you are watching a game with flaws in its system. I mean, obviously, you always know you're watching a game, but whenever a player is obviously manipulating, you know, the current you know, setup of the system in order to get the best possible...
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
There's a pry bar, that's good. To get the best possible outcome, then you kind of lose something, I think. But yes, I've received that comment a lot. So every now and then, I think what I'm going to have to do is just start bringing it up myself. I think we need to go this way. Especially in moments where I'm like, I know someone's going to say something. But it's not so much about preempting commenters. I say comments are always welcome, and I genuinely mean it. They are always welcome. Crap. I don't know where this wolf is. And I'm running literally, I don't know in what direction. This is bad. Alright. Alright, hopefully we can scare him off with our torch. We also have a flare. The problem is that because I can't see... Oh, no. The problem is that because I can't see, I really have no way of knowing whether or not I'm walking straight towards another wolf. I have no idea where I'm walking right now. I just thought I would casually walk towards the Quonset in the fog. And now all of a sudden I've got a wolf on my tail. I feel like I'm walking towards the water. Okay, here's a fishing hut, but I have no way of knowing which one it is. Or whether I've been to it already. There's the wolf. Crap! I really wish I could just see something. The wolf is still on us. I didn't hear him for a second. I got excited. There it is. Alright. I'm hearing crows. That indicates to me that we're moving towards land somewhere. Alright, there's the wolf that's been following me. Okay. I don't know where I am. But hopefully I'm near somewhere where I can duck inside. Of course, I'm still at risk for frostbite as well. I have no idea where I am. Okay, I'll keep my flare handy. I think I know where I am. If I'm right, I'm in trouble. Oh man, I really... My sense of direction right now. Am I near the Quonset? I know which direction I'm going on the highway because of where the coast is. Relative to me. Yeah, we lost the wolf. We definitely lost the wolf. There's no question about that. I think I'm getting close to the outlying houses, and I'm hoping one of them is standing. I hear bear crows. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. There's a bear walking right toward me. Hopefully this isn't weak ice. I genuinely don't know, like, quite where I can go right now. Okay, yeah, I am near the outlying homes. I can't tell if that was a rabbit or a wolf. That's a rabbit. I just saw a black shape walking towards me, and there's so much fog that I don't have... perspective right now. Okay. Now, every time I've played Interloper, all of these have been burned out. It looks like my luck's not going to change. So what I could really use right now is for the fog to chill out for just a second. At least I know where I am now, and I can head back to the Quonset. But, oh my god. This is rough. At least we did a little bit of impromptu exploring there. There's the bear. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Crap, he's coming right toward me. I'm gonna go this way. Because I know I'm going towards the Quonset right now. I can barely see the bear's silhouette in front of me. He's coming toward me. Ooh, good God. Alright, let's try and get away from the bear. Bears have slightly different pursuit dynamics than wolves. As long as they are not in full charge mode, which is to say, as long as they haven't stood up and screamed at you, then you can generally run away from them. Believe it or not, things could be worse right now. I kind of know where I am. The only problem is the fog. And that sound. We should be getting near the Quonset at this point. Son of a... God. Jesus, you scared me. I think this is the same wolf. Oh, God. Whew. This game is not being kind to me. Okay, we are here, which means we are going to escape this wolf unless there's another one right in front of me. I'm shaking right now, guys. I'm literally shaking.
I'll eat anything right now.
Inside. Go, 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 go. All right. Holy mother of God. All right. Let's look around. I have no choice but to let this flare burn out, and hopefully I find another one, because now, unless I get a new torch, which I can make a new one, I have no means to scare off any more wolves. Remind me never to go out in fog again. That was ridiculous. And all it took was one wolf. I knew exactly where I was going. until the first wolf appeared, and then I just kind of ran off into the fog. Didn't even know where the wolf was at first. Had no clue whatsoever. Alright, so here's some raw rabbit meat. That's food, but what I really need is a clothing item. I need a toque. Okay, there's salty crackers. So I've got stuff to live on now, once again. I actually think another problem is that I'm probably going to be running low on matches as of now. I'm in an area where I'm most likely to find more, but it's looking like I need to go ahead and head for Mystery Lake. Alright, new leather shoes. It's really not the kind of clothing item I was talking about, game. It's really, really not. Newsprint. There's a medical cabinet in here, isn't there? Oh, I guess there's not. Ooh, still shaking a little bit. That was intense. Alright, and as usual, there is nothing here. So, I mean, I've got the food item, which is nice. You know, I got rabbit, got some crackers. And when the fog clears, maybe I can tell a little bit more about how much longer I have to explore today. And there's some areas around me that I can explore. Let me at least use this flare to start a fire. Cook the meat that I've got. God knows I don't need to use it to get me water. What is that noise? What's happening? Sorry, I don't know if that came through on the microphone, but I was turning my headset and it was like, oh, I know what it was. I'm wearing a hoodie and the line was scraping the zipper. I'm wearing headphones, so you know I can't tell as much where sounds come from. Of course I can't put coal on it yet. Duh. Alright, so let's go ahead and cook this meat. Flare's probably going to burn out. Yep, there it goes. Alright. That's that. That's that. That's that. Okay. Still pretty hungry. What I may as well do since I've got the fire going. Hang on, what am I carrying? Let's cook some rosehip tea. Have that on us. 5 hours daylight left, so the fog is clearing outside. Frostbite risk has passed. That's a bit of a win. I need to look around for a bit, and I might be able to explore a little bit more before we go anywhere. Alright, I don't need to drink anything. I am still really encumbered, though. Let's see if there's something I can put down. I can put some coal down, actually. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's put this coal down here, because we're probably going to Mystery Lake. We don't need to carry that coal with us. We also need to put down one of those quality toolkits. I'm okay with having the sticks on me. The scrap metal I can drop. This flare is ruined. I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's enough to go out running without being encumbered. I only have 7 matches. Jesus. Alright, let's drop some of this antiseptic as well, because this stuff is just unnecessarily heavy. And now let's make the incredibly wise decision of stepping back outside. Holy Mother of God. Okay. There's 2 wolves out that direction. This place is burned out. Alright, let me very casually, I'm going to peek my head over this corner. Wolves can sometimes be walking straight through these trees. So this it's not beyond imagining that what I'm doing right now would do absolutely nothing for me if a wolf were right next to me. But I actually don't see any wolves between me and the Quonset. Go! Go, 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 go! Okay. Made it. Now, before I cut this episode, I'm going to give everyone the satisfaction of... Let's go through the Quonset and see what we find. Because that's... I dare not deny anyone that, right? Let's see if we'll get lucky. We've got a pry bar now, so... Well, these lockers actually aren't locked. So there are more in the back, though, so maybe that's where I'll find stuff. I need to be very careful. Alright, don't need to go in the toilet. That's actually like a massive toilet. Can we talk about how big that toilet is? That's unnecessarily huge. Okay, that's... I thought that was a used can. Just making sure. Alright, that's that. And now... Anything out here? Negative. But there could be things out here. Let's have a look around. There could be a hammer here, in fact. That would be a godsend after the episode we just went through. If there was a hammer here. Can you imagine? No, go back. Hey, at least we got a lantern. That's handy. Haven't found one of those yet, so that's a win. Doesn't help us against wolves. We need a flare or another torch for the wolves. But again, that's a bit of a win. All right, so we got some cured leather. It's nice. Ooh. I'm still recovering. If you hear just sounds of agony coming from my general microphone direction, that's just because I'm still coming down from that rush. That was crazy.
I think I can use this.
Painkillers. Nada. All right, what else? At least there's plenty to look through here. Even if the game is not giving me that much, at least there's lots of options. Again, not that it's very meaningful, because I'm not finding anything, but... The sucky thing is, I haven't found any clothing items in here. Oh, I haven't been through the lockers yet. I thought I just did. I went through the other two. I guess I looked at these and didn't actually go through them. Alright, nothing in the locked locker, which does not make me optimistic for the unlocked lockers.
This stuff will come in handy.
Ragged driving gloves. That's not the kind of clothing item I needed. It's just not. Okay, let's take a good look around the area. Here's Pinnacle Peaches, but this can's always sitting here. It's just a prop. Oh, but there's a candy bar. There we go. Okay. So we got some dog food. Got some water. Got some candy bars. We're actually doing okay on the hunger meter. We're close to 1,000 calories. That hasn't been true in a while. There's a whetstone. Okay, I'm pretty encumbered, but I'm going to peek out the back door here. And if there's I just want to see what other houses are standing. Alright, that one's standing. Mailbox there. Okay, running to the car. This is my waypoint. Just gonna mark the car real quick. That's what I do with the visors nowadays. There's never anything under them. Someone did tell me, I believe I mentioned in this series, someone did tell me at some point that there were sometimes things under the visors. But I think that person was trolling me. Hey, windbreaker.
This will come in handy.
That's nice. Hang on. I feel like I'm already good on the clothing. But yeah, I've already got the light shell. Is the windbreaker better? Actually, it looks like it could be once I repair it. Maybe. Huh. Let's try repairing it.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
Okay, let's repair it one more time. This is going to give us skill anyway. No, let's repair it and not fail. How about that? Or, you know, keep failing. This is where I get mad. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, fine. We're not going to repair it this episode. We're 31 minutes in. I didn't realize it. I was having too much fun. But I will look through this house. Let me do a quick resave so we have record of those failures that I just made. And then in the next episode, we're going to go through this whole place. We are definitely going to do that. We are going to... I see something. Oh, no, it's a plate. Damn. And we're going to keep looking for clothing and or the hammer. And the likelihood that I'm going to find the hammer in Mystery Lake, or in Coastal Highway, is dwindling. So we might have to go back to Mystery Lake again, but this time without making the ill-conceived trip to Desolation Point first. So that's the plan. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes in a survival, science fiction, and or simulation vibe. Yeah, that air every day at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.